As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. I was born into freedom in a wonderful land of mountains and plains, rivers and lakes. Forever American is what I am. A past as rich as any can be. My father's worked hard to give this to me. I love this place I come from. To live another way I cannot foresee. As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. As an American, I've been to the peaks of majestic mountains where the air is sweet. I've watched the eagle as it soars in beautiful skies that just can't be ignored. And by this country I'll always stand, for freedom and liberty for every man. When times are hard and things get rough, America always stands ready and rough. As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. Forever American is what I am.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Real News Live. How you guys doing tonight? Everyone should be having a great day out there, hopefully. Hi, BK. Hi, Nana. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Richard. Hi, Rodney. Hi, Michael. Hi, Pam. Hi, Paulette. Hi, Tia. Hi, Debbie Martin. Hi, Linda. Hi, Matt. Thank you, Linda, for that donation. Please, if you can afford to donate, please do. Definitely appreciate that. Crazy times are going on out there. Hi, Janice. How you doing tonight? Hit that share button while we're in here. Biden and McCarthy are confident the U.S. will avoid a default. I don't see how this is possible. You know, President Biden is confident that the U.S. government will avoid defaults, supposedly, expressing a dose of optimism for a deal with Republicans as the U.S. closes in on a self-imposed debt ceiling. A total disaster incoming, but according to Biden, it's all okay, even though Senate Democrats are asking Biden to stop negotiating with Republicans on the debt ceiling and to take a route that would get rid of the problem forever. Basically, leaving the debt ceiling uncapped. making so there is no more debt ceiling. Democrats are asking Biden to prepare to use the 14th Amendment to solve the debt ceiling crisis. Of course, the 14th Amendment would allow Biden to bypass Congress and declare the debt ceiling unconstitutional. But is it unconstitutional? Is it even constitutional to have a national debt? Those are serious questions. Using the 14th Amendment to say that it's unconstitutional to have a debt ceiling, it's kind of ridiculous. Biden should be expressing hesitancy, and he is, on taking that route due to potential litigations. This could end up backfiring altogether, stating, that we have a debt ceiling now, even though our Constitution doesn't give room for debt ceiling. And unfortunately, Democrats are not acting in good faith in the House and the Senate. Instead, Democrats are prepared to hold out for the entire economy hostage until they get their demands. Even though they're stating that it's Republicans doing this. Democrats want everything. They want to take the national budget up another $10 trillion. Of the national debt, easily. This could be devastating for our economy as we face what's happening. And of course, not getting a debt ceiling thing could actually cause deficits to fall on the backs of working families. And it's simply unacceptable at this point. The 14th Amendment does state the validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law includes debts incurred for payment of pensions, bounties, services, and suppressing insurrection and rebellion shall not be questioned. First of all, none of this, the public debt, including debts incurred for payment of pensions, bounties, of services, and suppression of insurrection or rebellion should not be questioned. That is what the 14th Amendment says. It does not say you can just go. As our economy just burning away as we speak, watching what's happening. It does not mean you can just go and take debt money out and use it for frivolous things. That's what we're doing at this point. Hi, Alex. How you doing tonight? Hi, Tom. Hi, Josie. Hi, Susan. Sorry, I didn't see you guys come in. It's a catastrophe. And watching this debt ceiling go climb, it's one problem after another. And Biden doesn't care. He's leaving as the looming crisis at home. He's heading for a summit in Japan. The White House has hoped that its allies will forgive Biden for skipping the back half of his trip. But preventing the default would reverberate around the world. But his plan is to come back after, of course, his trip to Japan. He's heading to a summit to meet in Japan to unify allies against the threats from Russia and China, but leaving behind the unresolved fight over the debt ceiling. That showcases how disunity surrounding American politics. This is a problem. No, unfortunately, we're not able to raise enough money for him. Biden is supposedly forced to cancel his trip to Papua New Guinea and Australia as negotiations because of Republican leaders drag on. But yet, they don't want to give anything. Democrats don't want to lose anything on the table. They want to get everything they want and more. It's crazy what's happening and the backlash that's going to happen from the world. And it'll cause enormous anger and backlash towards the U.S. A full-fledged default will shake trust in the U.S. leadership and the international financial system and erode confidence in the dollar. We're already seeing the dollar slip at a drastic rate, literally. If we look at what's happening, the dollar is literally on fire right now. This is our economy, burning away. It's not about partisan split right now. It's about the country is in so much debt that we're paying at a minimum interest rate before our interest rates are up like they are now. We were paying $500 billion a year just on the interest on our national debt. Now that our interest rates are up, it's even worse. I think it's $1.2 trillion is our interest that we're paying on national debt per year. They want to raise it another $10 trillion. I mean, eventually it's going to be more than our income. Just the interest alone on the debt. And then what happens? In other words, we're screwed at this point for this. President Joe Biden, of course, is also going to Japan. Well, information has dropped that 23 bank accounts holding between $250,000 to $1 million apiece have been revealed under President Joe Biden's name. White House disclosure, of course, that was forced, shows that Biden has 23 bank accounts with various amounts of money on them, all over $250,000. This is ridiculous. The Biden financials, of course, disclosures, as well as Kamala Harris's, after lawmakers accused Hunter Biden and the First Family of malicious exploits of personal gain for power, or using power for personal gain. Where did he get all this money? Where did he get all this money? That's what I want to know. I mean, according to the disclosure, Biden and the First Lady had between $1.5 to $2.5 million across their bank accounts. That was the original disclosure when he became president. But this new one shows more liabilities, showing that the president owes maybe $250,000 on a mortgage of the Delaware home, and maybe $30,000 on other loans. What about the rest of the properties? What about the new property he's building as we speak? No loan on that. And none of those bank accounts have been tied to paying for building this new home. So, of course, that drags more questions than answers. I mean, seeing the disclosure of the Biden family supposedly only having around $1 million, yet Harris and Doug both are showing between $3.4 to $8 million themselves. This is crazy. Yeah, she's in Italy. Yeah, he won the lottery. He did. Patriot Air Defense, of course, system has insignificant damage, according to the U.S. inspectors that inspected it. Supposedly, that's what they're telling us. U.S., of course, side sent specialists to inspect the Patriot anti-missile system, or anti-aircraft missile system, that, of course, showed heavy damage after Russian missile attack, saying it was inoperable directly after that from Ukraine directly. Of course, the damage from the Patriot air missile defense system happened after Russian missile attack near Kiev. When Ukraine said that the system was inoperable after this attack, U.S. officials are saying it was minimal or insignificant damage. The system itself would continue to function with its radar, one of the most important elements, remains intact. Now, this statement, one of the most important elements remains intact, its radar, doesn't give me exactly any confidence. This really doesn't, because it states that there's a lot of system that is not intact. If we're only saying it's radar, its most important element, it remains intact, where's the rest of it? Where is the rest of the system? It's not been established whether the Patriot has been damaged by fragments of a downed Russian missile or by a direct hit. Kiev, of course, claimed it shot down all missiles that Russia launched during the last attack, but we know that's not true. We've seen the explosion at the ammo depot containing depleted uranium rounds to tanks to everything else in Ukraine. Yeah, we can't get stars. I'm sorry. It's sad. Of course, the damage, we know for sure that there was damage to the Patriot missile system. At least 5 of the Patriot missile system launchers were destroyed with one attack. And so that's not a question. I mean, Ukraine may say whatever they want, but we know complete devastation and destruction of those 5 units happened because of a hypersonic missile strike on Kiev. According to reliable confirmed data on May 16th, as a result of the strike, the Kamahis hypersonic missile system on Kiev malfunctioning radar station was hit and completely destroyed a radar system, as well as 5 launchers of the Patriot anti-aircraft missile system manufactured by the United States. This is verified content. I mean, Russian Defense Minister had previously stated that Patriot was allegedly hit by a precision strike. The Air Force of Ukraine said Patriot anti-aircraft missile system cannot be destroyed by a single strike, even if it is a hypersonic missile. But we've seen it do heavy damage, 5 units, including a radar system. Of course, our armed forces are having a contradictory statement saying that it shot down all the Kahazu missiles. These are the hypersonic missiles that they're talking about are the older style. They are not the new ones. They are not, I think they go around Mach 3 or Mach 4, these ones. They are not that fast. Russia has not been using its newer missiles. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, there's video showing the mustard cloud. Like a Moab. Showing the weapons depot get blown up. But yet they somehow intervened and shot down all those missiles. The U.S., of course, stressing the air defense system is still in operable condition. That's a question of itself. It's crazy. Meanwhile, NORAD tracks more Russian aircraft flying near Alaska. NORAD, of course, earlier this week detected Russian aircraft flying in Alaskan airspace as the U.S. military trains in the state. NORAD detected and tracked military aircraft operating in Alaskan defense zone. This happened, of course, Monday. Command said in a statement released today. Russian warplanes, which stayed in international airspace, did not enter Alaskan or Canadian airspace, supposedly. Occurred several planned large-scale mission training exercises are ongoing in Alaska and around Alaska right now. NORAD, of course, does not want to mention what military drills are taking place. U.S. fighters, of course, had to intercept 6 Russian aircraft last week. It's becoming more of a normal thing. Yeah, the whole whistleblower IRS thing is just crazy. Investigation of the whistleblower. He's not gone missing. He is his name is not out. He is in Republican custody. He is not missing, the whistleblower. But this is crazy. Where do I find all my information? I have a bot that I have that searches the internet. Scours the internet, pulling pieces of stories as they come out. So, but it's crazy watching what's happening out there. The U.S., of course, is conducting joint military plan with Israel on Iran. You're right. So the U.S. isn't happy what's happening in Russia or China or Iran. So now they're going to use Israel to start another proxy war with Russia and Iran. This is ridiculous. U.S. officials are proposing an unprecedented and could signify upgrading U.S.-Israel military cooperations. Israel officials have so far treated the proposal with suspicion, fearing it's an attempt to tie Israel's hands from taking action with Iran, especially a nuclear facility, if the U.S. objects. The whole problem with this is we're just trying to start a proxy war anywhere at this point. The Republicans still have the whistleblower. Yes, he's in protective custody. I forgot the name of the two senators that were involved with this, but yes. Whistleblower is still in protective custody. And there's a lot more coming out in the next couple weeks. That's all I can say. But watching what's happening, joint military planning, again with another foreign nation against now Iran, because they're using a dollar that is not the US dollar. This is what it's all about. The US dollar is losing its global dominancy. So the only way we can fight it is to start a war with everybody that doesn't want to use it. Trying to push, U.S. relationships and push other countries to attack other countries. It's sad, but that's what's happening. I mean, China said they're ready to resolutely smash Taiwan as it warns the U.S. of its dangerous moves. Chinese military issued a bold, chilling statement to the U.S. and the world today. As it said, it's prepared to resolutely smash any form of Taiwan independence. This comes as the U.S. believes it to be preparing to accelerate the sale of weapons and other military assets to the self-governing island. That, of course, is part of China, let's be honest. Recent increase in exchange between the U.S. and Taiwanese military is extremely wrong and a dangerous move. It is. And it's pushing a bullish statement towards China. The People's Liberation Army continue to strengthen military training and preparations, and resolutely now saying they will smash any form of Taiwan's independence and succession, along with attempts from outside interference. And it will result in defending the nation's sovereignty and territorial integrity. China, of course, vowing to do the same thing we would do if China was trying to take, or if Hawaii wanted to be its own nation, and China was backing Hawaii to be its own nation, we would go in and smash Hawaii. It's our country. We would do anything to keep it as our territory, just because it's not right next to us. There's lots of fires in Canada right now. But China now saying it's going to bring under control, by force if necessary, Taiwan. With the world's largest navy and greatest fighter jets and a huge arsenal of ballistic missiles, China has upped its threat by sending planes and warships into the waters and airspace around Taiwan. Yes, the world's largest navy, latest generation fighters, and largest arsenal of ballistic missiles is now China. People need to wake up. People need to wake up. I mean, with more than 2 million members of the People's Liberation Army, and also ranks the world's largest standing military. They now changed the draft rules just recently, so they know what they can do when they pull up the draft. They can draft over 100 million people overnight. Transportation was a problem before, but now it's not even a problem. Portion of its force and events and invasions is considered huge logistical challenges at one point. But China has overcome that by building massive transport ships to take on this challenge. It is a sad state of affairs, and we got to step in the middle of it. We got to keep jumping in the middle of it. And U.S. car maker market is about to go goodbye as we know it. Because Chinese EVs are coming, and they are cheap. They are very, very real. Like Japan and Korea before it, China could snag American buyers offering cheaper offerings. After years of preparation, Chinese car companies are poised to upend the U.S. electrical vehicle market and vehicle market in a whole. Electric cars to the U.S., of course, after threatening to set up shop in American companies, are closer than ever than making the move to the U.S. Chinese companies have already vanquished their American competitors, eating up the market, of course, from the likes of Ford and General Motors by offering better quality, less expensive vehicles for shoppers. And they've started exporting their slew of brands to Europe too. As Chinese car industry leaders like NIO and Geely are eyeing a move to the States, the big question is, can they overcome political fraction? I mean, that's a big question. Of course, watching them trample these other countries or other companies in many other countries. China's buyer snapped up some 5 million all-electrical passenger vehicles just in the last year. 500 million vehicles. Yeah, time to go Amish is right. Crazy times out there. But other news, a crazy thing happened. This is crazy, I know. There's no way it could be considered a conspiracy or maybe somebody trying to do the same thing as what happened to Diane. But Prince Harry, of course, near catastrophe or catastrophic accident as paparazzi car chased in New York. Prince Harry and, of course, his wife were involved in a chaotic car chase with paparazzi in New York that almost resulted in a catastrophe. I mean, this is crazy. No way that has anything to do with the new leader of the UK, the new monarch that didn't like that, of course, wanted his wife gone, Diane. And now wants his rival, Prince Harry, gone. It's sad. It's chilling. It's challenging to realize what's happening. There are no reports of a collision or injuries or arrests, but according to the couple's account, the altercation with photographers was prolonged and risky. The Duke and the Duchess of Sussex were involved in a near catastrophic car chase at the hands of a ring of highly aggressive paparazzi. This is crazy. The relentless pursuit lasting over 2 hours, resulting in multiple near collisions involving other drivers on the road, pedestrians, and 2 New York Police Department officers. Of course, the couple had switched cars during the chase, trying to get away from this paparazzi, whoever the driver was. Yeah, how do you have a high-speed chase? I mean, this is crazy. Buying engineered food is a whole nother thing going on. But look at what's happening in the world. The U.S. has lost its standing, and now we're pushing at any rate to get it back. Our Patriot missile defense system has shown its biggest weakness, so America is trying to cover up it as quick as possible. Biden doesn't want to deal with the debt ceiling, so he's running to go deal with other things, because that's more important. Going to Japan and assuring alliances. Meanwhile, our debt ceiling would just destroy the nation as a whole. It is this sad shape of events happening. A very sad shape of events. And the weapons going to Ukraine are basically just going there to get melted and burnt up. Literally being burnt up. It's sad. McCarthy, of course, calling Biden's bluff on the debt ceiling. Hopefully we can get a deal. Trying to cut spending to the debt ceiling. This is not happening. Democrats won't let it go through. Neither will Biden. Just be prepared, you guys. Be prepared. I don't know if Trump's the answer. I don't know what the answer is at this point. I think we might be too far tipped on the scales to get back to where we need to be at this point. I hate to say that, but sometimes depressions have to happen to reset things. Sometimes people have to suffer, and American people have to be ready for things to go back to the way they should be. The loss of using the Constitution as a document to govern our country has shown great divide and great problems. We just have to be ready. Be ready, be prepared, and be blessed for what we do have. I know, it's sad to say it, but that's the shape we're in today. God bless you all. God bless America. I want to thank you guys for being here with us. Definitely want to thank you guys for being here with us. And as we, of course, we will be back with you guys Friday night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Till then, be safe, be strong, and stand up for your rights.